What's up, Pisces? I have been doing these signs, zodiac readings. Started with Cancer. I just finished Aquarius. So you're the last water sign that I'm doing for this wave of readings. So how you doing? This will be a general reading. It will not resonate with every single Pisces. You may have Pisces somewhere in your chart and are drawn to this. So you could be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Those are the main placements you want to pay close attention to. You could be dealing with the Pisces and you're a cross watcher. However, this message is going to resonate, or a spiritual journey, spiritual relationships, you know. But sometimes it could be like money related, career, work, just in general related. Relationships as in friendships as well, not just romantic interest, you know. It can really be about anything. I'm more so specialized in relationship type of readings. I read very spiritually. I read about like spiritual growth and spiritual cycles. So without further ado, let's just kind of see what we pick up. Again, this is not going to resonate with every single one of you, but let's get cracking. So thank you, Spirit. Let's draw 4 cards. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, male or female, doesn't matter the gender. Any cross watchers dealing with the Pisces, let's just draw for Pisces, whether love related, money related, career related, whatever. Strength. We are in Leo season right now, so it could be something definitely happening right now in Leo season during like this whole retrograde with like 5 different planets. I don't really know much about retrograde. All I know is that it's a crazy energy shift, so some of you may be kind of dealing with that right now. Some of you may have like Leo somewhere in your chart. We have 8 of Swords. Okay, 2 more cards, Pisces. Alright. 4 of Wands and Knight of Wands. Okay, so you could have fire somewhere in your chart. Like I said, like you could have heavy Leo in your chart, like Leo Moon, Leo Rising. I see Judgment at the bottom of the deck, Judgment in reverse. Let's see here. So we have, a lot of fire probably in your chart. We have a little bit of air in your chart. The overall energy being the Strength card. That's about like patience, willpower, strength, courage, compassion. You know, very like fiery energy, lots of desire. Like look, this is like a mix between the sacral chakra and the solar plexus chakra. The sacral chakra is orange. That's about desire, being social, creative, independent, satisfied. And then the solar plexus chakra is about purpose, confidence, joyful, optimistic, easygoing, and ambitious. That's very heavy Leo energy. So again, you could have Leo heavy in your chart, or just something going on with Leo season. But the funny thing is, what's next to a more confident card is like self-imposed victimization. Now, Pisces, sometimes you are at least stereotypically known to play victim sometimes. You know, this is a temporary energy. All of these are temporary, but this is major arcana though. So I feel like, you know, again, heavy Leo in your chart, you're probably usually very confident people. You know, like you may not really be at face value your actual sign. Again, you could, like, even though your sun sign is a Pisces maybe, or maybe like a really small part of your chart is Pisces, but I just feel like I'm connecting with someone who has heavy Leo or other fire signs just in their chart. But yeah, someone, whether this is Leo season, which I think we are in, it is the very end of July, I think we are in Leo season right now, or we're about to be. Either just Leo season is kind of bringing up a lot of stuff for you, or you are a Leo, or you have, again, Leo in your chart, but there is just this feeling of self-imposed victimization, feeling stuck. The 8 of Swords is like this swan is, you know, surrounded by swords, but really the swords are just like, they feel like it's in front of them, so they feel like it's encircling them, but in reality, all they have to do is just kind of turn around and walk away from the swords being untouched, you know? It's just that, like, mental stage of, like, not being able to move forward. 8 is about movement. So I feel like a lot of you guys, for some reason, in your mind space, feel like you can't move forward. I feel like this could be about a connection. 4 of Wands, that's about, like, that's like the marriage card, you know? This is like the twin flame card, you know? Again, it always jumps around to some type of relationship. But yeah, the 4 of Wands, that's like harmony. That is like a type of celebration. marriage, home, and community. I feel like you may be stuck within a community, you know, like of people. Maybe something going on with your home life, you kind of feel stuck. Maybe you feel like you're always being victimized. Maybe you feel like you're not really valued for the strong person that you are. Maybe the person that like can really hold down the fort. You know, people probably aren't really like acknowledging that, you know. Yeah, just maybe, again, for a lot of you, maybe just something with home life, maybe something involving marriage, but I just feel like this is just community. So the people that you're around, they could see you as playing the victim. Like, you know how like if you act out, or you know you're upset about something, people don't start to pay attention until you act out of character, you know. So it could be something like that, where you just, again, you're usually a really strong person that can really hold your own, but I feel like recently you just felt this feeling of being stuck, like you can't move forward, you can't move out of this mind space. Maybe people are looking at you a type of way and you don't really know how to deal with it. And it's just something going on with community, family, home life, whatever. Because usually this would be a positive card on its own, but I feel like just next to the Eight of Swords, I feel like it's more negative. I just feel like, you know, I feel like it's almost like people are kind of celebrating without you, you know? Like, people around you in your community, maybe like on social media, whatever, but it seems like people are having a better time than you are. They're over here like celebrating, having a great time, maybe with like a Knight of Wands, like maybe like a young male, or maybe someone who's like very immature energy, you know, like it's kind of like they're having a party and you're just kind of like left out, and you're just kind of like watching from behind the scenes, being like, you know, like no one wants to have that fun with me, you know, like, however that resonates with you. The Knight of Wands, again, another other fire energy with the Knight of Wands. That is energy, passion, lust, action, adventure, impulsiveness. So again, yeah, I feel like this person may be very adventurous but impulsive. You could be dealing with someone who, like, they're very in and out of your life, maybe kind of reckless, irresponsible. I feel like they could be almost making you look like the bad guy, whoever this person is, that you're dealing with. Like, again, like, it could be someone involved, like, maybe in your family, maybe someone involved in, like, your home life, but they're kind of making you look bad, you know. That's what I'm picking up. But because, like, when I read for these, I know at least one person for each single sign, you know. So, like, I'm gonna take this and it kind of resonates with other people that I know of your sign, but I feel like that could resonate for a few of you, though. Like, again, you probably have always been a really strong person, you know, you are stronger, you're at a higher level than this Knight, but in the end, it's like the party's with them, and you're more like, you have to kind of, like, look at this. While this person is, like, they're riding the lion, they're having a great time, you have to be the one that tames the lion, you have to hold down the fort, you know? So I feel like with that, you could almost be seen as, like, maybe not that fun, you know, like, not the fun one, while this person just over here while this person's over here just, like, constantly being, like, the life of the party, very impulsive, again, maybe like terrible with, like, spending, maybe they always want to go on an adventure, but it's almost like to your expense, or you feel like it is. It might not really be something holding you back. It could be something that in the end doesn't really have much to do with you, but you feel like it is affecting you because they're so irresponsible, you know. It could be someone you used to be married to. Maybe, I don't want to project people that I know personally, because it isn't always the case, you know, but it could have been someone maybe you were in a relationship with, or just someone in your community, like home, they could be like family to you, like people that you're constantly around, where again you're kind of holding down the fort and they are just more impulsive, irresponsible, kind of reckless energy, you know. At least you could just be viewing them like that. Like they could have their shit together, but you just view them as this irresponsible person, you know, because you're kind of playing victim, you know, like you feel like, oh, they're doing all this and I look like the bad guy, you know. That's what I keep picking up. But let's just draw 2 cards for Pisces. 2 of Wands, a think Capricorn got 2 of Wands. What else for Pisces? One more card. Pisces. Let's clarify that 2 of Wands. Card almost wants to jump out but did not. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So for some of you, clear cut, you could just be like trying to plan out financially, having a more stable future. Like I said, how this person's very irresponsible. They could be kind of getting in the way of your finances, you know? Maybe they're supposed to be helping out, like alimony or child support or whatever, just whoever you're dealing with. Again, I'm not trying to make this too specific for certain Pisces, you know, because I know a few Pisces, and I know that, like, you know, one is like my age, one is a grown adult, you know, so it's like, it's very different for like everyone who reads this, however this is going to resonate with you. A lot of you may be like an older female dealing with just like an immature male energy, whatever, but I just feel like, and again, you probably have a lot of fire in your chart, but I feel like you are you're thinking of the future, like maybe you have more, your head is more on your shoulders, and you're really trying to plan things out for the future, trying to establish like family inheritance, trying to like make something, like, you know, like maybe you're reaching retirement with the 10 of Pentacles. You're trying to be more responsible with your finances, and somehow this Knight of Wands is just so reckless and so irresponsible, it feels like it's holding you back. But I don't really think it really is. This is more like a temporary feeling. I don't really think that what they're doing at all affects you, but mentally you feel like it is. Like maybe like whenever they do something, whenever they want to have an adventure, have fun, you immediately bring it to yourself, and you're just like, oh well, you know, they're doing all this and that, but it's messing up with my finances, messing, you know, they're not going to help me out, whatever, you know, and like, it's kind of negative energy. Like, I'm just getting like, it's kind of dark, you know, like, again, that's just more playing victim, you know, and again, it could apply with really anyone, any type of situation, but I feel like it's more of like a victimization, self-imposed victimization, where like, anytime this person has a fun time, if they're doing anything, if they decide to be impulsive with their own money, with their own spending, you feel like it is affecting you. So again, it could be someone that's involved with your family. You know, it could just be a community of people that are very close to home for you. Relatives, old partners, whatever, just people that remind you of home, you know, immediate family, very close relative, even if they don't live with you, you know, but just like something in the home, you know, just whenever this energy, whenever this immature Knight energy, it just wants to be impulsive, wants to, you know, just go on an adventure, it basically is hurting your wallet, it's affecting you, and you're like, this is fucking up how I want to plan out my future, I'm being more responsible, this person isn't, you know, that's just kind of why I'm picking up. And I just saw 1313, which is 4-4. I think 4 is like the Harmony card, yeah, again with the 4 of Wands. But let's just pull from the Romance Angel Oracle deck. This, again, is not really romance related, but some cards have more general meanings, so I like to pull from them. So Pisces, self-imposed victimization, this reckless, adventurous person, affecting their money, whatever, affecting their spending. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. It's safe for you to love. Okay. And at the very bottom of the deck, it's like release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So I feel like with this, again, like with the self-imposed victimization, for a lot of you, stop playing victim. Like, you know, I feel like you need to respect yourself more. You probably tend to like lash out and make yourself kind of unlovable. You know, like a lot of you maybe just do that thing where you just play victim, and it just leaves a bad taste in people's mouths. So I think for a lot of you, or a big majority of you reading this, watching this, just like get out of that space where like you're always like, oh, woe is me, you know, because like I feel like maybe a lot of you just deal with like self-esteem issues, and again, self-respect, you know, like maybe you need to put yourself first, you know, you may be like over here just like constantly trying to give to other people, again, trying to hold the fort down for everyone else. You're always giving to everyone else, but then that kind of is like running you dry, like you're spreading yourself too thin, and it might cause a lot of you to be like really high strung. It might cause a lot of you, again, to just come off as like, oh, the victim mentality, and maybe people around you are just like, oh my god, they always gotta complain, they're always like this, it's so annoying, you know. So I would just say, like, yeah, just love yourself first, and then it is safe for you to love. I feel like it's just clarifying to love yourself first, but also I feel like maybe a lot of you look at how all the fire is here. There's like no water, and you're a water sign, you're Pisces. So with it, it's safe for you to love. I feel like you're really out of your element, you know. Pisces, you know, water signs feel, you know, they feel deeply, not as deeply as like a Scorpio, but they feel deeply, like they have emotions. And I feel like you need to have more emotions. Like you're probably a really cold type of person, you know, more like action oriented. Maybe you're kind of always on the go, you know. Maybe you're more focused on money. You're more focused on like, oh, actions speak louder than words. But sometimes it's nice to hear some words, you know. Sometimes it's nice to hear some kind, loving words, you know. But that's just what I'm feeling. Let's see, when I pulled this card out, I think it was in the reverse, so I feel like, yeah, just pay close attention to that. So I just feel like a lot of you really just can come off as very cold, again, not really in your element, not really loving people, you know, very cold cut, very like, nope, just do this, do that, trying to make money, trying to hold on to fort. But it's like, it's okay for you to have a more lovable personality. It's okay, you know, like the reason why like this Knight of Wands is so, this Knight of Wands is so like, I feel like they can kind of just get away with murder. It's because they're such charming and passionate people, and you might be kind of like missing your charm, you know, like you know, there might be a time where like sometimes you're a little too headstrong, you know. You might want to kind of control a lot of things. Well, this Knight of Wands, this energy is very youthful, very free-flowing, you know, like they can really enjoy life a little bit more, and I feel like it's time for you to do the same, you know. Stop worrying about every little thing, stop being so nitpicky, get back in your own element, because, you know, you should be seeing some water in your own reading. There is no water in here at all, you know, so very emotionless, and that could be affecting the home, that could be affecting a lot of relationships that you're in. So it is safe for you to love, just be a little more caring, a little more loving. Stop playing victim. Stop hating on this energy for living their own life, because it might not even really be affecting you in any type of way, you know. Don't worry so much about what they're doing. Worry about your own self. Work on your own self-confidence, and be more open and warmer to the people that are around you, okay? And like, yeah, you might have an out of balance root chakra. Again, yeah, a lot of insecurities, self-pity, doubt, aggressive, fearful, you know? Like maybe a lot of the times like you're very, very stressed out about things that could happen, again, maybe financially, to a point where you take that out on other people. And again, it might leave a bad taste in their mouth. Okay, so you gotta knock that off, you know? Whoever's like reading this. But you know, I'm just like, again, you might struggle with a lot of self-esteem issues, again, with the insecurities. And again, stop playing victim with that self-pity. Like basically that root chakra, that's the first chakra. That's like, you know, it starts at the root and then it goes all the way up to the crown, you know. So like your root chakra's out of balance, you know. If there's no foundation, then all your chakras will be out of balance, you know. So I just strongly feel like whoever is watching this, you just need to be more compassionate. You need to build up your self-esteem a little bit more. You probably have struggled with self-esteem issues. Stop pitying yourself. There are other people that have things going on. You're not the only person that's stressed out. You're not the only person that's going through shit, you know. So you stop thinking that it's only you. Stop thinking, oh, woe is me, you know. Like this is just like a little reality check for Pisces. Stop being so self-doubt about everything. Stop being aggressive and taking your anger out on people that don't deserve it, you know. You need to love yourself, work on your self-esteem, and you need to be more loving to those around you, okay? Don't worry so much about materialistic physical things. You need more emotion and more communication in your life, okay? So thank you for watching that, Pisces. A little bit of a reality check. It obviously is not going to apply to every single person, but if it does resonate deep down, please take that message how it's going to resonate. Again, it won't resonate with every single one of you, but if you are stumbling across this reading, then it's probably for you. If not right now, it's probably later. This seems to be more about feminine energy. You know, if you are a cross watcher, you may be dealing with someone of that sort, you know, so just, again, take it how it's resonating with you. Some things got a little more specific, but, again, just flat out the fact that you're, you know, just the messages to take away from it are just, you probably feel like everything's on your shoulders, a lot of burdens, you feel like you always have to hold down the fort, you know, you might be leaving a bad taste in people's mouth because it's very notable, probably a lot of self-esteem issues, a lot of self-pity, self-victimization, and you probably just aren't really establishing like stronger connections with those around you, being looked at as the bad guy, probably for a reason, you know. So yeah, I just hope that resonates with you, and see you next time, Pisces.